So invite your friends over. Let's talk about family and finance and raising financial kids, smart kids, while building wealth. That's what we're talking about tonight. So it's going to be explosive. We'll be having Dr. Fatima join us on the TikTok side. So you do not want to miss it. Welcome, welcome each and every one of us. Happy Sunday. And if you're just meeting me, I'm Dr. Lina, Doctor of Business and Technology, and we'll get it all started. Awesome. All right, let's get it started. How are you all doing? Welcome. Today is family and finance and legacy. Raising financial kids, smart kids while building wealth. That is what we're talking about today. Welcome, welcome. Happy Sunday. And today we'll be hosting. I am the host, Dr. Lina, and of course, I'll have a co-host, which is Dr. Fatima, and we are going to be going live shortly because most parents teach children how to get a degree, right? That's what we teach our children, but never how money actually works. And that's what we want to do today. Talk about this because financial struggle repeats across many generations. This happens, right? Tonight, we're going to be talking about scholarships, raising financial kids, marriage, family money decisions, and how to build real legacy. Welcome, welcome, everyone. Share out the life. And you know the deal. Tap out the life. Get it to 10,000. Today is explosive. Dr. Fatima is ready. We're talking about family and finance today. Today is the family and finance special where we talk about raising financially smart kids while building wealth. I turn on the music for every one of us. So invite your friends and family, share out the life, tap out the life, share out the life right here. Then you get involved here, right? Share out the life, tap out the life. Welcome, welcome. The P5, welcome, welcome, welcome. Make sure you also click on the follow button and the subscribe button. Today is all about family and finance, right? Today is that day that we talk about family and finance. And today it's powered by Million Dollar League. We'll have Dr. Fatima, who is the executive director of scholarships and executive director of graduate admissions and recruitment enrollment. Okay, so we'll be having her shortly. So tap out the live, invite your friends over because today it's hello, hello, hello. How are you? By the way, dresser dropping where you are connecting from. I am Dr. Lina, Doctor of Business and Technology. Today it's about do I have live investing? Is that what I have here? I need to change that, right? I need to change that. Let's take that one off. Let's take that one off. Today is family and finance. Welcome, welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome. We're going to be talking about raising financially smart kids while building wealth. Today is family and finance. In the past, we've talked about money in marriage. We've talked about, we've talked about your in-laws, right? How the impact of in-laws on the marriage, right there. What family does, extended families impact on your finances. So welcome, welcome everyone. Dr. Fatima, I'll bring Dr. Fatima up here right now as my co-host today. And let me see. Hey, Dr. Fatima.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good and awesome, awesome. Let me see. Let me try to make the box bigger. Give me 1 second. Let me see how to let me get that box bigger so we can have 1 second. No, not this. Welcome, welcome everyone. Today is about family and finance. So let me see. Okay, I think it's bigger now. All right, that is great. Welcome, welcome everyone. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And today, before I introduce our guest, our amazing guest, before I introduce her, I just want to let you know today's family and finance, and what we're going to be talking about is raising financially smart kids while building wealth. Okay, so that's what we're talking about. I am Dr. Lina, and you've just meeting me. I'm Dr. Lina. I'm a doctor of business and technology, and I help professionals turn their income into real wealth. And then we also talk about generational wealth. When we talk about wealth, we talk about generational wealth. Make sure you are tapping off the like, clicking the follow button, joining the $1,000,000 League right there. But today is the Sunday special where we talk about finances and family, two most important things about people's lives. And today, one thing that we've noticed, that I have noticed, and I'm sure Dr. Fatima has noticed, is that most parents, they get to teach their children to get a degree, right? But never teach them how money actually works. Okay, and that's why financial struggle repeats across generations. Tonight we'll be talking about one of the most important things we'll be talking about scholarships, right? Raising financially smart kids. And when we talk scholarship, it might be for you. Hey, Oleps, welcome in, and thank you all for tapping out the live, inviting your friends. Today is very, very special, right? Scholarships. That's why we have Dr. Fatima right here. She is the co-host. She'll be handling this for a couple of minutes and telling us all about that shortly. Then we'll also have a panel session where we'll have raising financially smart kids. Then we'll talk about a little bit about marriage, family, money decisions, and how to build real legacy wealth. All right. So, one thing that everyone needs to do for me right now, because Dr. Fatima is going to be coming on here shortly, and I do not want that to be repeating. Can we tap out the live? Can we share out the live? And for those on the YouTube, all you have to be doing is click on the subscribe button, invite your friends over. Let's have everyone here, right? Because we're talking about wealth building. Now, you cannot build wealth unless you have generation. You talk about generational wealth. That's when you're building real wealth. So invite your friend. How to invite your friend? Press my forehead on the screen, share it out. And this is for the TikTok community. For my YouTube community, all you have to do is just click on the subscribe button, and of course, like the live. Basically, that's what you need to do. And let's tap out the live. Get your daily at me right there. So quick housekeeping, right? Drop if you let me know where you're connecting from. Put where you're connecting from, because of course today is family and finance. So we want to know where you're connecting from. I am in Texas in United States. That's where I am right now. And of course, Minnesota. Welcome, everyone. Make sure you click the follow button. Make sure you share the live, right? And I also have this question for you as you're dropping where you're connecting from. Are you a parent, future parent, auntie or uncle, or an educator, right? Are you a parent, future parent, auntie or uncle, or an educator? Basically, put it in the comments. We want to know, because this is going to help. If you're a parent, we'll know that, Dr. Fatima will be able to, okay, great, so left, Dr. Fatima will be able to know how to address it from that perspective. Otherwise, you can also be, if you're an uncle, you're an auntie, or you need it for yourself, because some people, once they're doing their PhD program, they want to know how to get scholarship and masters and all of that. So, most importantly, if you care about building wealth for your family, make sure you click on the follow button. All right. And of course, connect with Dr. Fatima as well right there. So great. So let me bring Dr. Fatima in, and the lady of the moment. A quick introduction about Dr. Fatima. Dr. Fatima is, and I have to take a long book to read that. Dr. Fatima is the executive director of graduate admissions, recruitment, and enrollment, which includes admissions, letters, and scholarships, funding for applicants who qualify for scholarships. And she reviews about 13,000 applications each admission season. Do you know what it is to be 13,000? That's what Dr. Fatima does. She is an executive director. She's a doctor, and of course, she has a PhD, and I know she has multiple awards right there. So it's really an honor to have Dr. Fatima here today. Dr. Fatima, a little bit that I've also known about her is she has 4 degrees or 5 degrees, and she never paid a single dollar for each of those degrees. She has also had a siblings, about 5 of them. All of them went to school, college free, right? Tuition free. So she knows it. She's used it. She's lived it. So great. So first thing, Dr. Fatima, how do how do you even do 13,000 application? That sounds like a lot.
Yes, that's a lot, but it's something that I am very, very passionate about. Thank you for the invitation. Like you said, I'm Dr. Fatima, proudly African, born and raised in Gambia. Came to the United States as an international student who wanted to get education. I wanted to be better. I was looking for careers beyond West Africa. So that's how I got here. Through the educational system, I was blessed to have the opportunity to work in admission office. So I did undergraduate admissions for 4 years. So I've done undergraduate admissions, scholarships, financial aid, and I was shocked to realize that more than $1 million every year of scholarships go unclaimed. And the universities, we have to send the money back to the government because one, nobody applied, or maybe the application was incomplete, or maybe they couldn't find qualified participants. But how much does America owe in student loan debt? So make it make sense. People, because of lack of knowledge, they are going straight to these financial aid office, taking student loans instead of asking for scholarships and free money. So my role here is to educate the students, empower the parents, telling them that before you pay any cent, make sure you get the free money first. So that's what I do. And because of that passion, I'm blessed and lucky to be recognized by the American Council for Education. I got my credentials in scholarship, admissions, I'm certified, and that's how I end up as the Executive Director of Graduate Admission and Scholarships. Thank you.
And I have to take that again. And by the way, Dr. Fatima has just been nominated, and she's going to be one of the first female black that will be awarded. When is that, Dr. Fatima? Is that already been done?
Next month.
Next
Yeah.
month. And what's the
The first
award?
Black woman for educational excellence by American Council for Education.
Yeah, so it's really, so if you're looking for who knows that, Dr. Fatima, congratulations for making us all proud. Like that is absolutely, absolutely amazing. So we're not just bringing somebody, I mean, I just have to give her another round of applause. Yeah, yeah. So make sure you are inviting everyone over right now. You know the quality of people, the person that is going to be speaking with us today. So you want to, the first female black to be awarded that. That is a major, major feat. Thank you so much, Dr. Fatima, for making the African community proud, for making the women proud, for making the family proud as well, and for also coming over to teach us all today about, you mentioned $1 million at least. That's what is left. But guess what? We're taking, what's it called? Student loans every single year, every single session. There's student loans. And you did mention that people do not know how to go about uh these old scholarship things. And one thing that I want to say is that parents hear scholarship and they think it's luck. So what is really the truth?
Yeah, the truth is parents apply for scholarships when it is too late. Going to college is not luck. It requires planning and strategy. You have to have a plan. If your goal is to go to Lagos tomorrow, you have to have a plan. You have to figure out what air ticket you are going to get, what route you are going to take. You have to figure out the time you will get there and how you are going to get to the hotel. So it requires planning and strategy. And the statistics, every counselor in a high school right now, if your child is in high school and is trying to go to college, each counselor sees a minimum of 365 students to one counselor. So that's too much for one counselor. And because of the high rate of student turnover, because each counselor is just treating you like an academic review, they give you a quick estimate of what they think you are great at, and then they let you go. So for people like us, the Black parents, the people coming from underrepresented communities, the minorities, we don't know what we don't know. So we just send our kids to school and we tell them, hey, get the good grades, get the academic grades, get the academic merits, and that's all. Education is more than just academic. Education is about networking, building relationships, maximizing the resources at the school, and building a community. It is more than just attending classes and passing classes. So the high school you attend, you have to build relationships with the counselors, schedule a one-on-one, and then ask them the right questions. What scholarships are available? What are the types of scholarships? There are different types of scholarships. There are merit-based scholarships. That's academic. There are need-based scholarships. That's based on need. There are local scholarships that depend on your neighborhood, your area. There are teaching scholarships. There are program level scholarships. There's teaching assistantships. There's research assistantship. There's employee-based scholarship. There's athletic scholarship, community-based scholarship, and impact-based scholarship. So you have to know each of these scholarships and see how well you can put together your application to be eligible for these scholarships. And the people not looking like us, they pay counselors to help their kids submit these scholarships. But our people, we don't have the knowledge. And two, we are too busy looking for money. We think it's a waste of time. So we have to get involved in our kids' school activities. Go attend the parent teacher, show up. Ask questions. Ask about what resources are available for my child. And you'll be shocked about how many free resources you can get to go to school and graduate debt-free. Because a $40,000 scholarship is making your family $40,000 richer. You can invest that in a home or renting out. And your child can have roommates and be receiving stipend every month.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
yeah, so use your scholarships to build wealth.
Wow. Yeah, I needed to. You are absolutely spot on. Dr. Fatima, keep going. Keep going.
So yeah, use your scholarships to build wealth. That's why I created what is called Kinder Goes to College. I tell parents that I work with that college starts at kindergarten. College does not start at when you're a senior. College starts when you are at kindergarten. You should start having conversations with your child about college, going to college, getting scholarships, and graduating debt-free from college. Any college or university that you see around you and they have a community program, please go, even if it is for 30 minutes. Go and participate and take pictures. Because once your child is ready to go to college, they have to submit an application and they have to apply for a scholarship. The applications 10, 15 years ago is different from the applications today. When we were going to school, we were getting admitted based on our academic preparation. That has changed. Now, because of the amount of people applying to schools every day, the methodology has changed. Now, schools are using what is called a holistic review process of analyzing application. What that means is if Dr. Lina is applying to this school, we want to look at your academic record, but we want to know who you are. What's your why? Does your story align with our institution's mission and vision? So, whatever school you are trying to go to, make sure you read about what is the mission and the vision of that school, and does that align with your career goals? So, alignment is important. The second most important thing is the resources. What resources are available at this school to help you go through school and graduate debt free? There are schools that will pay you to go to school. They are not only giving you scholarship. There are schools that give you stipend, research assistantship or teaching assistantship, where your tuition is fully paid and you are paid a stipend every month. And also think about the alumni of that school. There are schools that you will get a job before you graduate because they are that good. They have a strong alumni network. So education is a business which you can use to build wealth. Think about what is the ROI. What degree will give me the maximum ROI, return on my investment? Because you are investing time to get knowledge. So what is the maximum return on investment on that knowledge that you are trying to acquire? And what will this degree do for you after you graduate? So alignment, resources and capacity, and the alumni network. That's step one, which is the application. Then you have to think beyond the application, which is scholarship and funding. Okay, I want to go to this school. It is Ivy League or R1. But how can I fund to go to school? What is the tuition like? What is housing cost? Calculate everything. What is the rent? What is the cost of living? Am I going to be driving to school? Am I going to commute? Are you living on campus? Take a pen and a paper and write everything down.
Wow.
Then go to the financial office or scholarship office and apply for every scholarship you can apply for. And don't give up. Apply for all of them. And if you have questions, go into LinkedIn, send DMs to people like me or other people who are in the system, because this is our job. This is what we do every day. And we are happy to, give you guidance on next steps to be successful. A closed mouth does not get fed. Our Black community, we need to collaborate more and empower more and share the knowledge we have to be able to build up.
Great. Dr. Fatima, very, very spot on. I am just taking note here. And if you're just joining, today is the Family and Finance. Today we do this on Sundays. And today we are talking about family, finance, and legacy, raising financial smart kids while building wealth. Now we have Dr. Fatima, who is the Executive Director of admissions and what was this again? I would miss. She's the Executive Director of admissions, graduate admissions, recruitment, and enrollment in one of the leading universities in California. So for those that are just joining, and she's teaching us because she said we're leaving a lot of money on the table, not taking the scholarships. You can actually go to college for free. She did go to college for free, 4 degrees or 5 degrees, Dr. Fatima. He was all free, and all her siblings, 5 of them, also went to college for free. So that's what we're talking about. So Dr. Fatima, you mentioned something very, very important, which was my second question, which is, when should scholarship planning actually start? So you did say that it has to be in the, when they're you said from kindergarten, but the real actual applications, you're looking through that, you talked about the counselor and all of that. When should you be more aggressive? Is it from the 9th grade, 10th grade, or middle school? When is it makes more impact? And let's keep tapping out, make sure you click on the follow button if you haven't. share out the life, tap out the life. So we have more people to come and learn this. Don't be the only one coming to learn this right here. All right, Dr. Fatima. So when is the
I
best time?
recommend as early as ninth grade.
Ninth grade. Okay. So
Yes,
that's
as
middle school. I mean, high school. The first year as a
yes,
June, as a what's the freshman.
yes.
Okay.
As early as ninth grade, start planning. You don't have to implement anything, but start gathering the information so you can know the key deadlines. You can know what is available, when will it be open, and when will the application be closed, because there are deadlines. Example, in the school I work at, our applications are open in September.
So quick
By
question, Dr.
December 15,
Fatima.
it is closed.
Yeah,
Yes.
so sorry to cut you. Yeah, so when you say planning, so like somebody like myself that has a teenager in freshman, or a freshman, going to sophomore year now, uh, when you say planning, what is like one, two, three things that that I need to take note for of, or we need to take note of when you say planning
Number
exactly.
one thing, have the discussion with your child.
Okay.
Ask your child, what does he or she want to be? Start from there. Then step number two, after deciding the why, this is what he or she wants to be, think about the top three schools that offer that.
Okay.
Okay, so that's step two. These are the top three schools. Then after getting the top three schools, you can go to the school website and look at the admission requirements and the scholarship requirements for each of the three schools. School A, you write everything about school A, you write everything about school B, and then you write everything down about school C.
Okay.
Because there are scholarships that are like, if your goal is to attend 2026, there are scholarships that closed in 2024, but will be reimbursed in 2026. So you want to make sure you start tapping in the list as early as you can.
So does that mean that when you say tapping in the list, does it mean that even as a ninth grader, you
You can
can
apply.
you can apply as a ninth grader for
Yes.
scholarships? Oh
Yes.
wow. Okay, guys, who knows this? I never knew
As
you could.
early as ninth grade, you can apply for a scholarship, and you can tell them that you are a ninth grader, but you love this school. And if you get awarded the scholarship, it will be on your account. And if you get admitted after 3 4 years, it will be a credit on your account, like you get credit on your bank.
Wow. Yeah, that's a new one for me. Wow. Dr. Fatima, thank you. That's a new one for me. So, and for everyone taking a note, right? Start from ninth grade, okay? And make sure you start having a discussion, understanding the school that the kids wants to go. Two is what are the top three, and then
Yes.
look at the admission requirements, look at the scholarship requirements, and start applying as early as a freshman in
Possible.
as early as possible as a freshman.
Yes.
That is good information. Thank you, Dr. Fatima. And somebody has a question. What about student outside of the US? Just a quick one, Dr. Fatima, before I don't want us to lose
It's
the chain of
okay
thoughts.
for students outside the US. It's the same process, but for students outside the US, you have to apply for scholarships that are available and open for all. There are scholarships that are only for United States citizens, and there are scholarships that are for permanent residents, and there are scholarships that are open for all. So once you go to the scholarship list, download it in Excel, and just list the scholarships that are open for all and apply for all. That will be my recommendation.
Thank you, Dr. Fatima. Great. That is amazing, awesome. And for those that are just joining, this is Family and Finance Night. We have the executive director of admissions, right, of admissions, graduate admissions and recruitment enrollment, and she's teaching us how to get scholarship because we are talking about family and finance, raising a financially smart kids, family, money decisions, and how to build real legacy. One thing is you can save money, go to college free, right? Debt free, take that money and use it to start investing and build generational wealth. Okay, someone asked the question, are there platforms with a database of scholarships available? I believe that's in the college that you're going into, right? Dr. Fatima, please, if you can answer that.
Yes, you can go to the college website, and each college website should have a list of scholarships that are available for that college. And if you want a master scholarship list, you have to contact a certified admission professional like myself, because we have access to that database because we are licensed.
Okay. So right there, you know who, if you're looking for the one for masters, connect with Dr. Fatima. If you have not also click on the follow button, make sure you click on the follow button. Let's tap out the live. Let's invite our friends over as well. So let's go to the next question. Dr. Fatima, thank you so much. So you did say we need to start as early as freshmen, and you can actually get that scholarship if you get the apply even as early as freshmen, and then you get the scholarship. It's going to be in your, it's almost like your account, and if you get into that college, you can always use that scholarship. That is good information. So one question I have is, what mistake do parents make, being too late, right? What are the things that you have seen?
Um, One of the things that I see a lot is there are so many, we procrastinate a lot. We meaning Black people. Let me put it like that. We procrastinate a lot. If the application deadline is May 1st, we are not going to start working on it until night before May 1st. And we should move from that mindset. If the application deadline says May 1st, it does not mean you should start working on it on May 1st. What that means is you should start working on the application as soon as the application portal is open. Start gathering the information. Know what are the requirements, what is the eligibility list, and follow the instructions. Sometimes I think it is hard for us to follow instructions because sometimes we are telling you, give us 100 word and you give us 300. You failed already.
Yeah, that's failure on arrival, right? Dr. Fatima, 100 words versus 300 words. Yeah. Okay. So,
That's one. Another thing, this is professionalism. Education, we are preparing you for workforce development, for careers. And if you are trying to be a professional, representation matters. If your name is Dr. Lina, find an email with your name, Lina, at Gmail or Yahoo or something.com. Don't use an email sexy69 or princess09 or my babe 32. It's a red flag.
okay. you,
I've seen everything.
okay. My babe, oh night. All right. But those are really, really, those are things that people do not actually look at, but you are actually pointing it out. Thank you.
Yeah, we pay attention to every detail. So keep it professional. Follow the instructions. Make sure you have access to your transcript. Before submitting any application, contact your prior school. Sometimes transcript take time. In the US, 3 to 5 days is fine. But if it is international, we know how that works. You have to start 2, 3 months ahead of time because maybe Nepal will take the light and maybe they are not able to print the transcript. So count all of that. 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。
.
。 .
.
。 .
.
。
Okay.
So just plan ahead of time. Have a copy of your academic transcript in front of you so that when you are completing that application, example, if you are applying for mathematics and they ask you what do you have in calculus or college algebra, you are not guessing. Because once you submit that application, the information has to be correct and accurate. We don't negotiate when we are reviewing. So if you told me that you made an A in calculus one, and then I received your transcript from your school and you made a B, you are out of the equation because the information does not match. It may not be intentional, but you know, in America, it's all about facts. So whatever information you are going to put on that application, make sure you have proof to back it up. Bring your receipts. If you are not sure you went to high school 10 years ago or college 15 years ago, please get a copy of your transcript and don't guess anything. If you are not sure, go and verify before you put it on your application. Because we read every single application. And the second most important thing after your transcript is your personal statement. People write the personal statement wrong, especially my African, West African people. I love my Niger people. By the time they send you their essay, I have to go and get encyclopedia. The vocabulary. We know, you are great in English, but this is America. Keep it simple. Whatever you are going to write, keep it simple. Like even in middle school or high school, I can read it. Because we review like 13,000 applications and we are going to admit less than 30%. Time is very precious for us. There are some essays, we read it, we have to like, oh, what does this mean? Why do you want to put us through all of that? Keep it simple, keep it straightforward. Tell us your story, your why, how that aligns with the mission and the vision of the institution. And then everything has to align. You have to tell us like a story. It has to be like you are selling yourself, like branding. That's how applications are at this level. So each question on the application is connected to the next question. So you have to make sure your answers align. So if in essay one, I asked you what's your passion, you're telling me about engineering. And then you get to question F, I'm like, oh, all these stories you said, how does that connect to your passion? And you are telling me your passion is computer science. So your story has to actually align.
So when you say story, so like that, what's in your essay aligned with what?
Your essay has, because now it's two essays.
Okay.
There's your statement of purpose and there's what is called your personal statement.
So both of them needs to statement of purpose and personal statement needs to align.
Yes, your story has to align. If you said that your why is, example, you are applying for public health. You are like, I'm born and raised in Gambia or Nigeria, mosquitoes, and my goal is to find a solution to malaria. Stick to that story. But you cannot have your personal statement telling us how malaria, the sickness, and all of that, and you get to the other essay and say something else. It brings this, it looks like you did not write it.
There's a disconnect.
Yes. So
Great.
that's a red flag.
So any red flag, I mean, because you have 13,000 application in front of you. So
Yeah.
you
Any red flag, we just
it's
throw it
like
out.
it's gone. Like it just makes your job easier, right?
Exactly. So I don't want your application to be gone for screening. I want you to get it to the interview level. Some people don't even get to that level. So make sure you answer each question. Maybe find, a friend or a colleague to review it before you submit it. Please don't submit your first draft.
Okay. Don't
Never
submit your.
submit your first draft.
So don't submit your first draft. Keep it simple, right? Don't
Keep
use
it
a necklace.
simple.
Yeah, don't make it too complex. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And then make sure it focuses on your why, your personal why, the why of the institution, and how that will connect to the job you want to get after you graduate. Because we don't want to just graduate people who are going to get a diploma and put it somewhere in their house. We want to know how the degree is going to help open doors for you. That is what we care about. Our main goal is workforce development. So we
Perfect.
don't want somebody to go get a PhD just to be called doctor. No. If that is your essay, you will not get admitted. We want somebody to go get a degree to make an impact.
Not so you saying that, oh, it's just for self actualization.
No. The goal is workforce development. We want to make sure that once you get the degree, you are going to develop yourself, your community, or the people around you. So, what impact are you going to make after you get this degree or
Perfect.
this scholarship? Yeah.
Great. Amazing. Thank you so much, Dr. Fatima. And I will take one quick question. And it says, Dr. of Yahweh says, can an healthcare personnel like nurse practitioner child will it be given a scholarship? Is this something?
Yeah, when it comes to scholarships, we don't think about the parent. We don't care if the parent is a nurse or a teacher or an engineer. What actually matters is what the student is going to do with the scholarship. Because every child is unique. You can have two medical doctors in the house, but their child doesn't want to be a medical doctor. So it's not about the parent, it's about the child and the child's unique skills. What is making this child unique? Because by the time your child was born, they went to elementary school, then they went to middle school and high school. You know their gift, or you should know their gift by now. You know a child who's great in STEM and a child who's like, no, I don't want to do STEM, I want to do arts. So it's based on the child's skill set and the child's passion and how that child wants to use the skill set, the environment to, impact the community or go into career or create something. So it's not about the parent, it's about the child. So if it is a child of a healthcare professional like a nurse practitioner, yes, the child can apply for scholarships. The child just have to think about what type of scholarship he or she wants. Is he going for academic scholarship, merit-based scholarship, which is academic, which means you have to have a high GPA if it is merit-based. Need-based. Need-based scholarship is about your family income. That impacts your family. So there may be need-based scholarships. Example, they are like family income not more than 200K. So if your family income is more than 200K, then you know you are not eligible because that's need based. But when it comes to merit based, it's open for all because it is about your GPA.
Oh, great. So I'm glad
That's
you talked
merit.
about that, Dr. Fatima. And sorry to cut you. I because it's one of the questions that I have on my on the list, right? Uh, just before I go in there, and sorry that I had to cut you. So just to add to what Dr. Fatima said about the initial question, uh, I think what you're asking is about what's it called? Financial aid. That's different. This is a scholarship, right? Financial aid is where they take your income. That's what the income of the parents, the five to nines and all of that. It's they use it to qualify if this kid qualify for a financial aid. But this is a scholarship, you know.
Yeah, I'm not talking about financial
Yeah,
aid. So
exactly.
that one, yes.
Yeah,
No, yeah.
yeah.
I'm talking about free money open for all.
All, yes. And now that you're talking about merit-based scholarship, do scholarship only go straight to straight A students?
No,
Okay.
because like for merit-based scholarships, we look at your GPA And also now we include what is called an essay. So now we know that you have the academic wisdom, but we want to know if you got the street sense.
Street sense. Okay.
Meaning, yes, you have the academic, but then what do you have beyond academic?
Street sense. Okay.
Yeah, we want to know like if you are a great student, you are A plus, great. So we have what is called maybe a counselor scholarship or principal scholarship with maybe 20,000 per year. Then we are going to ask you if you are selected for the scholarship, what are you going to do with it? And that's a tricky question. So if you don't have street sense, you may lose it and still be 4.0. Because if you have the GPA, but then I tell you that, okay, you have this money, what are you going to do? I'm expecting you to tell me that we are going to use the money to pay for your tuition, buy your textbooks, and help fund for your college. That's the answer I'm waiting for. But if you are going to use the money to go buy Jeep at the car dealership, you will not get the money.
Yeah, I think that's I mean, who's going to say Jeep, right? Does it mean that we must okay, there's a question. Does it mean that we must learn essay writing skills? And that's actually my son. Does it mean that, you can see, yeah, does it mean that we must learn the essay writing skills? So, and this is also for everyone. If you have kids, bring them, invite them
Yes.
over right now. He's using my other account to listen in. So invite your kids over. This is just that opportunity for you. And if you're also in college, or maybe you're doing your master's or you're doing your PhD, this is an opportunity for you to go to get scholarship, free money, learn how to go about it. So he said, does this mean that we must learn essay writing skills?
You must learn storytelling.
Okay.
In this 2026 and beyond, there are two skills that everybody needs to know. You must know how to sell yourself and how to tell your story to inspire people to take action. That's a high skill now. So for a high school student, you should be able to tell us your story, why you want to go to college, and what plans do you have after college. You have to have a plan after college. Education leaders, directors at this point, we are not looking for numbers. Our goal here is to make an impact and prepare the workforce of tomorrow. So we don't just want to get you admitted and said, hey, we admitted you. No. We want we care about your whole life cycle, your student life cycle, from admission to retention to graduation to beyond graduation. We are looking at every data. And our priority is to admit students who are going to get jobs after graduation, good jobs, so they can help us recruit more students. So we care about workforce development. What jobs are you going to do after you? So you have to be able to tell your story to inspire us to take action. You don't have to be an expert in it if you are in high school. Just send me a draft. I'm happy to review it and edit it and give you my suggestion. If you are in this room here, we are all about community. Yeah, you don't have to get it right, but you have to be able to tell your story.
Say, you see, this is a giver, Dr. Fatima. Thank you. So if you have a draft, let me know. Make sure that, make sure you connect with Dr. Fatima. If you have not clicked on the follow button, make sure you have clicked on the follow button. This is beyond. I mean, people come to people's life and say scam and all of that. There are people that genuinely care about you. So Dr. Fatima is a very busy person. So for you to, that's an opportunity right there. Make sure you connect with her and whatever help. And someone was asking the question. So I took a note of that. So you need to have a storytelling. You need to know
Yes.
how to write a story and it has to encompass your admission,
Yes.
your retention, your graduation, and to the workforce. So
Yes.
think about it, that flow, right?
Yes.
That's
Think
it.
about your entire student life
Life
cycle
cycle, student life
from
cycle.
getting into workforce development because we are preparing the workforce of tomorrow. That's our job. When we review applications, we are preparing for the workforce of tomorrow.
Perfect. That's great. And if you're just connecting, today's Family and Finance Night, we have the executive director of admissions and graduate
Recruitment,
admissions. Go ahead.
recruitment and enrollment management.
Yes, recruitment and enrollment. Thank you, Dr. Fatima. She's a multiple
Yeah.
awardee. She is actually been awarded as the first female black by the College Board, right? For all the things that she's doing, and she's going to be getting that award next month. So, and she is in one of the leading universities in in California, in the United States. So she reviews about 13,000 applications. Today is Family and Finance Night, and where we talk about everything about family. Today is how you have kids that are financially savvy, and we are talking about scholarships, how to go to college for free. As a matter of fact, she went to college 4 degrees or five, and all paid free. All free. No college there. She has five siblings, all also went to college for free. So, and someone asked another question. And if you want to know more, because this is we have, she has to go as our brother is here, all traveling all the way. It surprised her, and she just took the time. She's supposed to be with family right now, but she just took the time to come teach us. But I will answer a few questions. But if you want to learn more, we have a wealth building academy where she will be coming to teach, right? But make sure you connect with her. So Obina said, to add, I also someone said I have a degree. Please, I have a first class in top up nursing in the UK. Any scholarship opportunities open to me? I believe you have to look for the school, but Dr. Fatima, anything on that?
Dr. Lina answered that already.
Yes.
Yes, you have to. America is very, very big. We have more than 50 states and more than 100 schools. So, my number one recommendation will be start by doing your own research. Look at the top three schools that you think you want to, are your top three. Start from there. Then go to the school website. Look at the school admission requirements first because the scholarship is for school. So you have to do it simultaneously. Some people are like, I want to do scholarship. I'm like, it's a waste of time. Do both because the schools are going to award scholarships for people who have both application and scholarship on file or
When you
have the
say
intention
both,
to apply.
when you say both, so do it from
Yeah.
the school front and do it from where again? What do you mean by both?
If your goal is to apply for scholarships to go to, example, Texas State, as part of the scholarship application, you have to have the intention to attend that school.
Okay.
If we are all about money and not connecting it with the school, it's a red flag.
Got it. So you're saying that go through the school, go to the university and look at the scholarships, apply from there and get it from there, right? That's what you say.
Yes, like the scholarship application has to align with your interest to attend the school.
Got it.
So if your goal is to apply for a nursing scholarship, you have to think about more than just nursing scholarship. You have to think about nursing scholarship at Texas Health or something.
Great. All right, Albina, I think we already answered that your question right there. Then I'm connected to both of you right now. Thank you. Okay. Let's see. Here's how can I have a scholarship for my son? He's in Cameroon. Yeah, and I think Dr. Fatima already addressed it, and I'll say it again. Just look at the universities, the colleges that your kid wants to go into, top three, right? Then that top three, make sure that you start applying to them. You can start as early as a freshman, so ninth
Yes.
grade, high school, right? Whatever, the first year right there, and then you will start applying to the universities directly, and you can be able to even get the scholarship as early as that 4 years before
Yeah,
you even get to that college. So
yeah.
go ahead, Dr. Fatima. You have anything to add to it?
Yeah, you summarized it well. Please, how can I have a scholarship for my son? He's in Cameroon. Yeah, your son needs to go online, look at top three schools, and then start it from there. What program? Even the programs are different. There are scholarships for public health, there are scholarships for nursing, there are scholarships for education, there are scholarships for business administration. So yeah, it's different scholarships online on the school website, and from counselors' offices or other people like me. But personally, for me, you will have to send me your draft of your why, because people are just like, I like scholarship. It's more than that. You have to tell me why you want the scholarship, which school you are trying to go to, and what plans you have to use that scholarship. If you have that three in the draft, then I can give you a more prescribed list, because it's more than 1 million scholarships out there, and it's no way to just narrow it down without knowing why you want to go to school or why you want the scholarship.
Thank you so much, Dr. Fatima. And for those that are just joining, like my auntie that just asked, what this today is the family, finance, and legacy, raising financially smart kids while building wealth. And we have Dr. Fatima, who is the executive director of graduate admissions, right here talking to us about scholarship because she has seen a gap in certain communities whereby we do not take advantage of the scholarships or the available free money. And that's why she's supporting and trying to help. Connect with her right there. She is one of the leading directors in one of the top universities in California. So I would, what was there any other question if I had to deal with school? Where does Dr. Fatima comes in? I mean, she already said if you want to, you can send out the question or send your draft, and she might be able to help. And then she's also she's the owner of the graduate gateway, and she will talk about that later. We'll have her during the Wealth Building Academy June 6th. So you would save the link in my bio. It's the Wealth Building Academy. You will find the link in my bio. She'll be there. It's going to be on Zoom, and we'll have more time. Dr. Fatima, I know we don't have so much more time right now because I know you have to be with family. But just three more questions. How can middle income family position their kids? And I believe you already addressed that, except if there's any other thing you want to add to it.
For middle income families, I want them to teach their kids that money is a tool, and children should learn that money can be earned, saved, spent wisely, and used to help others. And the fastest way to do that is through scholarships. So teach your kids on how to use scholarship as a tool, because there's scholarship money you can use for housing. So if your child has like a housing scholarship for 4 years, they can use that housing scholarship money as a down payment for a duplex. They can then get their roommates and get monthly stipends using equity. So money is a tool.
I always like that when you set this because this is exactly your own strategy. Using real estate to fund, to fund instead of doing the 529. We'll talk about that, maybe another life, or if you can still get to that today. Because if your child you have maybe instead of putting the money 529, but you have this money, the child has the scholarship, you can use it as his down payment for a property. They start living there and buy a house. Then she is also you know she is the owner of the property, but the friends or the other student gets to live in that house and pay him rent. That's a win right there. That's a win right there. And guess what? My time is graduating, and the other kids are coming out with college debt with 100,000, 200,000 college debt. Is coming as what? Is a landlord, as so many things, right? It's coming as a positive,
And
with a
then
lot
when
of
he
positives.
graduates, when your child is about to graduate from that college, what the child needs to do is to go and meet the vice president of enrollment or housing and tell them that I want to have to get my house listed as one of the houses for student living. So you sign a contract with the university, and then you will lease it to the university for 2 years or 3 years. And guess what? You don't have to worry about finding tenants because the university freshmen, they are always looking for housing. So the university will then furnish your house for you. You get monthly stipend without worrying about dealing with tenants or something break. The university takes care of everything for you. And universities are always looking for student housing. That's not one of our biggest crises. We have more students than we can house. So we are usually looking for houses around campus, close by, for student housing.
I need to connect. Dr. Fatima, I'm thinking of business right there. I need to connect with you on that one. Which of my next property am I going to buy around, the university, so that I can, take advantage of that, as well. So that is some form of business for you. Mr. Dr. Fatima is just spilling, good things today. Thank you so much for that. I mean, this is even beyond scholarship. So this is about wealth building, So last one other question: extracurriculum activities. How does that matter?
It
Like athletics and other things. All of those. What's the other thing? All of those clubs. Rotary. All those. How does that contribute to scholarships?
Okay, because there are different types of scholarships. There are merit-based scholarships. There are need-based scholarships. There are local scholarships. There are teaching scholarship, research scholarship. So all of that is on athletic scholarships. Like if you play football, soccer, basketball, volleyball, and all of that. My personal opinion about that is when it comes to people looking like us, we overemphasize on athletic scholarships. We do too much. We spend so much time pushing our kids like basketball to be in the NBA or the top volleyball, and we know how hard it is for people looking like us and the racism going on in that space. So I'm not trying to discourage anybody. If you are great at it, that's your gift. You have the discipline. You want to play for your school for the next 4 years and be on the team. You sign that contract. Also, be okay to deal with the microaggressions and the racism that comes with it, because that's the fact. If you are Black and you are the best, people will come for you. So this is personally for my child. I recommend going for the merit-based scholarship, the community-based scholarship, or the impact-based scholarship, because I want my child to sleep at night without stressing me.
So community based, merit based, and what?
Community-based
And
scholarship and
impact.
impact-based.
Can you just in one line or one sentence, can you just merit? We understand it's all this.
Merit is academic.
Okay.
Community
Community.
based is about the developments you plan to make in your community.
Okay.
And impact based is about what impact you want to make. Example, you can be the best mathematics student in your class, and then you organize a group of other students and teach them math. You are making an impact. You are training the trainer, you are teaching other people. Because once you have a merit-based scholarship, you don't have to prove it every day or every game. You get it one time, you are done. All you have to do is to maintain your GPA. The impact scholarship, the same thing, as long as you can prove that You have a tutoring centers. You saw pictures, student coming. It's easier. And then once you are done, you go home, you sleep well at night. But I've seen so many Black students struggle with the athletic scholarships because every game you have to be your A game. And we are all human. Some days we are 100%, some days we are 10, some days we are 20. And then that stress, how do you go to class and still make an A?
Great. I like the perspective that you brought in. What you're just saying is that have more like a balance. It doesn't have to
Yes.
be, have your merit. If you can do your sport as well, but don't just put all your eggs in one basket. Let there be it's a
Yes.
form of diversification, like I
Yes.
always say, right? And there's some scholarship that are much easier than the
Yes.
others that people are not even
Yes.
focused on right now. A lot of people are just you're focused on athletics, you're too focused on, oh, you have to be straight A's, but then there's some
Yes.
other ones that we're not even talking about. I never knew that, teaching other kids or doing this, within the community would actually give you some scholarship right there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Community based or impact. What impact are you making in your community? Maybe when you were in high school, you were part of some group and there were things you were doing to help your community. Yeah. I think that's easier. With the athletic, yes, if you can balance athletic and academic, because you have to know your why. You are going to school to get the degree and get the workforce of you get the job you need for tomorrow. But most scholarships, like athletic people, 80 out of 100%, they are so focused on athletic.
The academics slide.
The academic slide, their GPA start, you start to be on academic probation, and then the coach starts writing a letter telling your teacher to give you an extension. That is not why you left Nigeria.
Dr. Fatima. the funny thing the funny thing is that Dr. Fatima is not from Nigeria. Dr. Fatima is from Gambia, by the way. She's a Gambian American. So in case, yeah,
My
but
best friend
she
is Nigerian, so yeah, that's why I use Nigeria as the example. But yeah,
so Dr. Fatima is in Nigeria right now, but this is not just even about race or color or whatever. However, she has actually seen that gap, right, within a certain community, right? Just the same way we would say that there was someone that says that, like the an average black community, when your family passes on, like they actually pass on either death or they leave nothing for you, no inheritance. But there are some other cultures that they will not just only leave for their immediate family, they also leave for the next generation, they leave for at least two generations. So it's just something that we have just seen, or she has just seen, reviewing 13,000 a year. That means she's been doing this for over 22 decades, right? So yeah, it's what she's saying, and that's why she's calling this out. But really, really good, Dr. Fatima. I know you have to go, but I'll ask one thing for the for the young adult teenagers that are here. One word for them, and one word for every parent. What they should know tonight. And before I let you go.
yeah, for every student, for every high school student or middle school student or even graduate student listening to me right now, I want you to just take away this. Your dreams are valid. Whatever you think you can do, you can do it. And when it comes to education in the United States, your opportunities are limitless. So go for it.
Awesome.
Don't overthink it. Don't think that you don't belong, because there are some people are like, oh, this is high level, I don't belong here. Yes, you belong. Yes, you can do it. And if I, coming from the smallest country in Africa called the Gambia, we are the smallest. We are less than 2 million people.
Wow.
If born and raised from the smallest country on the African continent, if a girl child can be born, raised there, and I dreamt of going to the United States to study, that was my dream. I did it. People opened the door for me, like great people like Dr. Gardner. Because in America, once you like something, people support you. And because I have the opportunity to work in admissions, I send out a lot of rejection letters, which I don't like sending out. And most of that is because of incomplete applications. People start and never finish because self-esteem is gone. So once you start completed, give it your best and know that Fatumata is not better than you. The only difference between you and me is I took action and you did not. So take action today. Don't overthink it.
Thank you, thank you so much. And someone was just talking, and that's more like an immigration thing. A friend just said he can't apply for scholarships in the US because getting green card is hard.
I also used to think getting a green card is hard. But guess what? I got my green card through education. After I earned my master's degree, there is this thing called EB2, National Interest Waiver. If you earn a graduate degree inside the USA and the job you do is of national impact to the United States, you can apply for EB1 or EB2. And that's how I got my green card. So education gave me a career and a green card to now citizenship. So it is possible.
What a great way to wrap up this, right? What a great way. Thank you so much, Dr. Fatima. I know you were supposed to be with family. And for those that just joined, this is Family and Finance. Family and Finance Night, and we're talking about raising a smart financial kids, right? And this is more about scholarship. We have Dr. Fatima, who has been pouring more than enough tonight talking about scholarship. She's the executive director of admission of graduate admissions in one of the leading universities in California, in the United States. She's also a multiple awardee, the first female Black to be awarded of in that level of category in the United States. So
Yeah, and if you want more of this,
yes.
attend Dr. Lina's. Is it your master class? What's the name?
Oh yes. So yes. So two things.
And then I'll give you step-by-step guidance on how to do it from A to Z. So
Yes.
don't miss out. But
Yes.
for now, I'm gone. Thank you.
Hey, yeah. So, Dr. Fatima, thank you so much. So, like she said, we have the Wealth Building Academy because, like I said, she has family. Wealth Building Academy, you'll find the link in my bio just to show you. She'll be teaching there in that academy. So, if you want more, it's going to be on Zoom. It's free, but registration is required. And there, she would also share a contact. I know that if you want something specific for you, you want to make sure that you are there. So she'll provide every information about that. I believe she has the Graduates Gateway program that is available for people that are if you want something that is unique and designed for you. So you will want to join that academy. Like I said, the academy is free, but registration is required.
It looked cute, it
Let
looked
me
nice, whatever. But they were like,
give me one
you
second. I
have to
just
sign
wanted
up
to
for
show
X
what
amount
you.
of hours, and it has to be like throughout the year. And if you can't commit,
I was going to show for everyone, just so you don't miss that. Oh, Dr. Fatima just left. Thank you so much, Dr. Fatima. Let me do this, Dr. Fatima. Thank you. Let me see. Thank you so much, Dr. Fatima. Make sure you connect with her right there. Dr. Fatima, please leave a comment. I want people to connect with Dr. Fatima if you haven't connected with her, just so you can come line. And the life has not yet finished. So you want to still stick around. We're still going to be talking about kids and foundation. So scholarship is one thing. But this is absolutely amazing. So if you have found this valuable, put one in the comment and also say thank you to Dr. Fatima because she's also going to be teaching for free in the World Building Academy. Put one if you found it valuable. We want to do more of this. Put one, and also okay, perfect, perfect. And also put your thank you, so she will be able to do this more. Right there. Awesome. So for you to do the Wealth Building Academy, Bago said, okay, thank you, Dr. Fiti. Thank you. Awesome, awesome. I know we could not answer a lot of questions today, but it's right here. So the link is right here on my bio. So if you click out right there, if you click it out right there, I don't know how. Money Talk with Dr. Lina up right there. You would be able to get to my bio. You will see it https nestu.me/Money Talk with Dr. Lina. Click on open, and you'll be able, just so I can show it to everyone. So it's a Wealth Building Academy. It's free, but registration is required. It's June 6th. It's going to be on Zoom. The class is already half full, or more than halfway full right now. We also have Dr. O, who is Director of Cybersecurity in the state of Texas. He's actually a Chief Information Security Officer. He was here a little bit last week to talk to us. He teaches, the professor also teaches it teaches AI cybersecurity in the university as well, and is a Chief Information Security Officer. You'll be teaching in the Wealth Building Academy as well. So you don't want to miss it. It's free. There's also Dr. O that's also confirmed. She's a clinical therapist in New York with her own private practice in New York that would also be teaching in that life. It's everything, how to increase your income, how to get all this free money that you need to, that you can put in your pocket. So great. So if anybody wants to come up, I know Daughter of Yahweh, because now we start our Dr. Fatima. So if you have not clicked on the follow button, click on the follow button and join the $1 Million League. Daughter of Yahweh, can you mute yourself? Can you mute? Make sure. Daughter of Yahweh, can you mute? Let me see. Daughter of Yahweh, can you go on mute? Okay. I'm going to have to drop you, Daughter of Yahweh. This comment. All right, send a request button. Click on the request button if you want to come up. I think I do have MCOP. I'll bring you up. Any badger, make sure that you click on the follow button for you to come up right there. And the person that made the purchase, congratulations to you. Where is Oleps? Do you want to send a request? MCOP, how are you today? Welcome in. Send a request. We are going to be starting the other part of things. You need to have joined the community to be able to be brought up the panel. Okay? So send your request up. Now, we want to talk about Kids Plus Money Foundation. Remember, today is finance and family. Finance and family. That's what so when should kids start learning about money? Or if you have any question at all regarding what we just talked about with Dr. Fatima, make sure then ask your question. Is your opportunity to ask question. I know she's gone, but we still have things to talk about. All right, tap out the live share there. Can we get it to 10,000? All right, NCOP, do you have any question at all regarding what we just talked about?
Yeah, I'm the one who asked about if there's a database for scholarships.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. And I believe we already answered that your question, which is basically you just going to the college itself, the top 3. And then once you have those top 3, you can then just go and check their scholarship and apply from there. following all those principles that she talked about. But if you want more, I believe she would also share more during the Wealth Building Academy in June the 6th. So I hope everybody, if you want me to show you how to register for that again, let me know.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah, and you can just stay right there. I want to just invite a few other people to join the panel. If you have any question, because now we're going to be talking about when should kids start learning, and it could be you. When should kids start learning? Allowances and income, showers. Should kids invest? Right? Should kids invest? Those are things that we're going to be talking about shortly. And then we'll be talking about 529 versus real estate because we started investing with, we stopped 529, started investing real estate or any form of education funds. Those are things that we'll be talking about here today. What was the other thing? Most parents teach children how to get a degree, but never how money actually works. And that's why financial struggle repeats across multiple generations. We've talked about scholarship. Now we'll be talking about raising financially smart kids. We'll talk a little bit about family decisions. So should kids know about your finances, right? If your family is struggling, right? Maybe somebody lose the job or one person in the family lose the job. How should we manage it with the kids, right? And how to build real legacy wealth. That's what we'll be talking about in this chapter. And let me see. I'm just going to be accepting. So send your request up. How to request? Click on the invite button. Can you see the plus sign right there? Click on the plus sign and we will bring you right up. All right, and let's keep tapping out the live. Okay. So let's see. I'm going to bring a few more people right up here. Let's see. Okay. I'm bringing and keep sending in your requests. I'm bringing people in as in. Okay, please be on mute. Be on mute. All right. And feel free to ask questions about the session that we just finished. You have questions about let me see. Okay. All right. Okay, so Mother of Mount Zion, welcome in. How are you?
Okay. I'm fine, and I hope you so.
Good. I am fine as well. I am Maybell. Welcome in.
Yeah, thank you.
Awesome. Lifestyle with Dr. Lina. How are you? That's my son right there. Okay, you don't have to say anything if you want to say. I'll drop you off if you also don't want to say anything. Any other person wants to join, just click on the invite button right there and we'll be able to bring you up. All right. Great. Let me see if we can bring some more people in. And share out the live. Let's tap out the live. Let's share out the live. Let's tap out the live and share out the live. All right. So tonight, right? When should kids start learning about money? When should kids start learning about money? Anybody wants to go first? M-Cop, you want to go first? When should kids start learning about money? Mother of mouth. When should kids start learning about money?
Well, kids should start learning money when they are still young, like let's say 4 years and above. From 4 years, you can start teaching your child the value of money, not them to be attached on money, but to respect also the value of money, because money is a tool. So I think if our children are not well trained about money, they are going to fail, because there are some people that are really wealthy, but they didn't have that opportunity or maybe that knowledge to teach their children when they were still teenager on how to handle money. So I think teaching our children how to handle money is something very important.
Okay.
Yeah.
At what age should they start?
Even at age 5.
Okay, at age 5. Okay. Do you agree with that? I'm Mabel.
Yes, I agree with that, Doctor. We should begin to teach our children what money is the moment they begin the moment they begin to realize um, what money is. Like our children, the moment they begin to demand for mommy, can I have $1? Mommy, I want to buy this. Mommy, can you buy me this? Mommy, can you do that? The moment they begin to think of all this and asking for money, that means they're aware. They know what money is, right? So I think that moment we should begin to teach them what money is. And these our children here, most of them in America, yeah, they are very, very smart and very inquisitive. They want, like most of them, they will say, they want to learn because they will like, I'm going to make money. Mommy, I'm going to make money soon. I'll make money like you too. Mommy, I want to do this. Can I wash plates so you can give me $1? Mommy, can I help you with this so you can give me this? Money, they begin to ask for money, right? So that moment you begin to teach them that this is what money is. Yeah, this is what you can do to earn money. Okay, go watch plate and I'll give you $1. Go do this and I'll give you $1. But those money, you have to begin to save them. And the moment this is happening, you are teaching them how to save. You are teaching them what money is. They are getting idea. Yeah, I
Great.
think so. Mhm.
Okay. Great. So should they automatically get the money or should they earn it? So are you of the opinion that kids should, because there's some people, there was one person that, some people would say, okay, lay your bed, then I give you $1. Wash the dishes, do the dishes, then I give you $1. So is that ideal or wrong? People, welcome to the family.
They should earn it, and at the same time, you should give. If they should earn it, and at the same time, definitely you will give your children money. It's not all money they will earn, but there are some they should earn. That's my belief. There are some they should earn. There are some you should give them, especially when they need something important to do. You give them money, but sometimes they have to earn money too, as well.
Okay, so you have no opinion that people. I mean, just I want to be very direct in that question. Like the shores, do dishes. I give you $1. But are they not supposed to do the dishes anyways? Because it's the dishes, right? They use the plates. So
They are supposed
Can I
to
say
do
something?
yes,
Please. Yeah, for me, I think when our children are still growing up, like doing the home duty, it should not be like that. Because if you have to ask a child, if you fix your bed, I'm going to give you some dollars. If you wash the dishes, I'm going to do this. For me, I think it's not the right way. Yeah, for me, it's not the right way, because it can make a child to rebel against even doing some little things at home. A child should not grow up with that mindset that I need to earn money. I need to do this before I have money. For me, my own suggestion or my own opinion is that a child should take the responsibility of how to handle money. For example, like seeing my children growing up, I used to make like little things for them and put it in their bag, and I'll still give them a little money, and I'll be expecting them to also save some from that money. And then how I train them to also make money during big holidays. I will give them a capital and I will tell them, okay, like back home in Cameroon, I will tell them, I used to make ching ching. I evaluate how much I spend to buy like flour, to buy every other thing, and then make the changing. At the end of the day, I will tell them he has given us a capital of 10,000 francs CFA, and the benefit, and what we have spent, we have to calculate everything. From there, a child is having some knowledge on how they can turn money into. But if you put in their mind that if you watch this, I'm going to do that, it might derive them in some manners that will not be good when they are growing up. Because you'll be like, somebody cannot ask their help without them thinking about money. So I think we should rather train them on how they can earn money, and the few is big. Like me, I'm a mother of boys, and I also train my children during holidays how to cut hair, because we don't know tomorrow. They have gone to school, but yet they should use their 10 fingers to do something. In case that if they find themselves jobless somewhere, those little knowledge they have acquired can help them,
Great.
like bathing, like cooking, whatever you can do for a child to use their 10 fingers to do something else about of the academic. So for me, that's what I can suggest. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that. So now the next question will be, should kids invest? Part 212 MCOP, or who wants to go on that? Should kids invest?
Yes.
Okay.
The little you give them, teach them how to save, first of all. And when they are saving, ask them, what are their projects? Like, at times you ask them, what are their projects? Like my kid, sorry to take example of my kid.
No, it's okay.
Like,
Yeah, we're talking to his family. Freestyle today.
Yeah. Like, for example, I still remember my kid. I used to buy them like clothing for December period and so on and so forth. They say, oh, Mama, do you remember this clothes last year was very expensive? So my savings now, I'm going to help you so that during that period, you're going to add it. And then I will have a very costly coat that I would like to put on. So that was a way for me to help them also to invest money. It's very important. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Any other person wants to, part 212, you said absolutely, you can unmute yourself. Okay. Part 212, do you know how to, okay, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay. I do believe that investment begin at a young age. So I actually teach my son how to invest in crypto. So yeah, he started working at 15, and I asked him, okay, how about you put $100 in crypto? And I show him how to do it. So I believe that investment is the beginning of how to manage the money.
Okay. That's a good perspective that you brought in. So how about now leads to the next question. What's your perspective, or what's anyone's perspective about the kids working early? Do you see that as a child labor? So you have a 15-year-old, she just talked about it's summer right now. You have a 15-year-old, you have a 16-year-old during summer, is maybe takes an internship job, works as a lifeguard at a pool, or works at McDonald's. What's your perspective about that?
So my first son, he started working at 15. My second one, he started also at 15. At 14, they started doing voluntary job at daytime. Now my 14-year-old, she's excited to do the voluntary so that the following year, when she turned 15, she can be hired. I believe if you want something apart from what you need, you have to work for it. Even if I can give you, you have to work for what you really want. but I can give you what you need.
I like that. You have to work. So you are anybody of a different perspective. Like, do you see it as child labor working at age 15, or they're working at age 16, or you think that they have to turn 18 before they start working?
For me, it's not child labor. I think they should, if they want to, anyway, if they want to, they should start work when they are 15. And the good thing is that most of them, they want to work. Most of our kids in America, they want to work. Even my son, that was when he was 14, he kept asking, Mommy, I want to, right from 13 or even 12. He wants to work. And I was like, do you know how old you are? You are just 12 years old. My son was like, Mommy, I want to work. I want to go to Madonna. How do they do it? I want to work Madonna. I want to work here. He said, Mommy, even though it's 3 hours, let me go. I want to do it. I said, you have to face your studies. You are too young to do that. Don't worry, when you are 15, by the time you are 15 or 16, you will go work since you want to work. So most of them, they want to work. So it's good. They work. So, and concerning investment, yeah, it's also good for our kids to invest. We should teach them how to invest because it's for their good. And I want to quickly talk about the first question that I said. Look, in my house, what I do with my kids these days, everybody washes their plate when they eat. One thing they know about me that I don't want to see dishes in my kitchen or my sink. That everywhere must be clean. But there are times when, nothing is certain. There are times when I maybe in the night I've cooked and everywhere is messy. There are a lot of plate in the zinc, and I just can't do anything. And in the morning, I will in the morning when I'm like, okay, those places in the zinc, I want someone to wash it. And they will like, Mommy, I can't, Mommy, tired of school. I say, okay, anybody that washes will get $5.
Okay.
anybody that before everybody's like, okay, Mommy, I will do it. Okay, Mommy, I will do it. Okay, so that's just the instant. It's not that your children should do their chores. They should do things not for money. Yes.
Okay.
I just want to clear that part.
Great. And welcome in, Tammy. If anybody wants to also join the panel, make sure you're already part of the $1 Million League, which is just click on the follow button and be ready to talk. We just don't want people on the panel that is not going to say anything. And today is family and finance. We just finished with Dr. Fatima, who is the executive director of admissions in the top leading university in California. So, and now we're just switched the segment to, every other person. If you have any questions about scholarship, you can still ask. Oh, but we are also talking about kids in general, where we talk about family, we talk about money, marriage, we talk about extended family contribution and all of that, the impact of extended family on family finances, all of those things are things that we bring about and we talk about here. So just meeting me, I'm Dr. Lina, Doctor of Business and Technology, helping professionals turn their income into real wealth. But today is family and finance. Send in your request. Make sure you're tapping out the light. Make sure you've clicked on the follow button and join the $1 Million League. So Dean Kenny said 15 is so early, in my opinion. 15 is so early. Well, why do you think it's so early? You might just send a request or make sure you have clicked on the follow button. They can walk so they get occupied. Dinka baby.
Bunch of influencers over there.
Yeah. So Mopsy, they can walk so they get occupied if you really can't keep them engaged during the holiday. So child manning, hair making for friends. Okay, those are just perspective. So Dinka babe, you said that 15 is too early. What do you mean? Welcome in.
Hi, thank you for having me. Yeah, and I think maybe it's where I'm coming from, like, my own childhood, being forced to grow up too fast, to be grown up before my time. So unless the child is really keen on wanting to do the work, the child should not be expected to to go and have a part-time job. And I see that there are a lot of families that they want their children to have a job at the age of 16, not 15 per se, but 16, they want their child to have um, some kind of type of job to teach them with financial literacy, which is a good thing. But for me, I have one child, and I don't need, my child has a lot of hobbies, so she's occupied. And so she doesn't need to work. She doesn't need to work because she's occupied.
Okay.
And how we handle financial thing is that now she's of age. She's 18 now, and when she turned 18, I helped her open her tax-free saving account, and I have an agreement with her. Any allowance that she's given, that allowance is to be put into her tax-free saving account and to be invested weekly, to be done like, what they call reoccurring buys and different ETFs. And that's what we do.
Okay.
As we like, yeah.
So I believe you're
yesterday we
go ahead.
Yeah. Actually, yesterday we added one of because I was doing research for my own, but also for her, and I'm like something to do with AI, because AI is becoming, a big thing now. So I added on my tax free, and she added. I said, let's look at it. And she said, oh, okay, I'm gonna add it, and I'm gonna set it up like $5 a day. I said, okay, no problem. Okay. So that's what we do. Of course, it's every family we run differently, but this is how our family is set up at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for doing that. And I think you're very clear. You said your child is already very occupied. It's occupied, but I am of the opinion of there's the dignity in labor, especially when during the summer holidays. If your child is wants to, instead of sitting at home and sleeping, right? Even if it's 2 hours, even if it's 3 hours, right? And but then it just triggers something in the brain, right? Because trust me, a lot of, like every other person said, a lot of these kids also want to do the job. They just even want to try it out. And the other perspective that I want to add to it, coming from the perspective of the teenager that I had, his own perspective was, I need to do it because I need it for scholarship. I need it for the school. So that's the other part. You remember, I don't know if you were here, and for other people that were here during Dr. Fatima's time, when she was speaking, she said there are different kind of scholarship. There's the merit scholarship, there's the impact-based scholarship, there's the community scholarship. There's so many types of scholarship that also give them the opportunity to also be a part, right? To be a part of, it just helps with the scholarship. So that's the fact that they also go to do this kind of job, because for him, for mine, it was a case of, okay, you know what, I need to, even though I really don't want to do it 100%, but 80% of me want to do it, but I know that I need to do it for scholarship purposes. So that's the other thing. Yes, they don't want to make they do want to make their money. Yes, absolutely, they all want to make their money. That's the truth. They all want to make their money. And you mentioned something that was very good, which is TFSA, right? I believe you're in Canada, didn't care, babe, right? You're in Canada, right? When you say tax
Yes,
free.
I'm in Canada. Yeah, I'm in Canada.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. As a matter of fact, for every kid, you don't have to wait till 18. You should, if you're in the United States, open a Roth IRA. If you have an LLC, put them on put them on your payroll and pay them something, and they start putting one, even if it's $10, let them start putting it away. If they work during the summer, who puts the money? Where do they put the money? They don't have any bills. Where do they put it? They put it in the Roth IRA as well. So those are the advantages that comes with, having your kids, start working early, right? Those are the advantages. But either ways, Andrew, welcome in. Pastor
Yeah.
Olatunji, welcome
Okay.
in. Yeah, so great. So any other person wants to talk about, kids working and, so we all agree that it's not child labor.
I didn't know that you could open a Roth IRA for a kid.
Oh, you can. Yeah, my team.
I didn't know that.
Now you know, but you need to,
Mm.
for you to be able to contribute to it, it's going to be, it's a custodian RIA. It's a custodian Roth, right? So it's just like the UTMA, right? It's a custodian account. Your money is under you, but it's for them. They are the beneficiary. So, but the only way you can contribute directly into it is through you have your own business, then you can now pay them, or they are working somewhere, paid employment, and they put the money in there. Those are the advantages of, even if it's summer job, even they don't have to work in McDonald's or whatever, they can actually get who was it the Pike said own the kid, they get to do volunteer job, and then by age 15, guess who get the job, right? They start volunteering from age 14, then at age 15, even if it's 2 hours a day, they don't have to do full-time 8 hours or 40 hours. It might just be 10 hours a week during the summer, right? And then they put that money, they don't have any bills, they put it in the Roth IRA, or they put it in the savings account, or they start putting money toward, because my son, I keep saying that by age of 18, he needs to he puts money away for his first property. So when he's going to college, it's his money that is going to be buying he already said it. He will be a landlord by that time. And then his college mates will now be the ones to be renting rooms from him. So those are ways that you can actually start setting up your kids for success right there. But I'm glad that nobody said it's child labor.
Please repeat that of business. If you have an LLC, what do you do?
So if you have an LLC, and that's even glad that you talked about it, that's like two advantageous ways, right? You are going to be paying them. They have to do something for you. It can be as good as you tell them. So if you, let's say you have a real estate or whatever, or I don't know, it might be that okay, they take pictures for you. It might be that okay, they clean for you. It might be that they print the paper, they print something for you. I mean, this is where the white community or the Chinese or the Indians, that's where they have certain edge over the black community. They have this, right? Whereby the kids as early as 5 years old, even as early as 3 years old, even a baby, this child, so far the child can do something. The child takes paper, he picks paper, he prints paper, they put this child on a payroll because they have the LLC, does something in the business. I believe you can claim, and so you pay this child, right? You put some in the Roth IRA, you put some in a savings account, and then it's a tax deduction from the business side. It's a full tax deduction or tax benefit, right? That's how you get it. So it's free money for you on this side, but it's money to them. Whatever you pay them, it's free for you. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's tax deductible. So, but do they have a social when they're that young, or do you don't need a social to open an IRA?
Kids have social. Kids, they give you bet in the hospital before you are released in the hospital. Your social, everything application is already done.
Yeah, every child is born, it's like you have to apply for their socials, their birth certificate and everything. Yeah.
They do it even in the hospital, right? It's right there when you are still right. They are filling that form right there in the hospital before you leave the hospital. You have your social security, right? Every kid has got their social security. So maybe you would have heard me sometime when I would say that parents never use your kids' social security because some parents abuse that social security. They will use it to pay utilities. They will use it to get credit cards and all of those things, and then they spoil the child's credit. So those are things that we need to avoid, right? But I'm glad. Does that answer? Pastor Olatunji, do you have anything to say?
I still have questions. Sorry for interrupting you. The students who are only allowed to work in campus, can they also open Roth accounts?
Students.
Yeah, they're social, say like international students, because
So are you saying the parents or the kids?
the kids, we are talking about the kids here.
Yeah. So does he have a social security?
There are those limited social securities that, you can only work in school.
I don't know. Honestly, that is almost an immigration question, which I honestly do not know. But I think you can be able to, all this information are available on ChatGPT or Google. Right there.
Yeah, so as I said, I didn't know about Roth IRA for kids. But like me, Dr. Lina, I don't know if you like the IUL, or, the IUL, you can do that for kids too. Like that's what I'm doing for my kids.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
also open
insurance.
to,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
totally different.
but the thing with that one is, the thing with the insurance is if you max it out, right, it provides two things. It provides both protection for the kid and because we are living in a day now that even kids have issues, disease issues at young, whatever, So, but it provides both that protection and the cash value component for the kid when they get to that age, and then they can use it for whatever they want to use it for to buy their first house, as you said, or buy their first car, or do a business or whatever. So coming back to the individual asking, if the Roth IRA doesn't work in that component, it can work for like immigration and international student who wants to start saving something for their kids.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you so much for that, Andrew. Pastor Latuji, you wanted to say something. Hello? Pastor Latuji? Not for now. Okay, you go on mute then. Yeah. Can you be on mute? All right. Okay, so let's go to let's go to the next question. So one thing, we know that kids are expensive. How should couples prepare financially before children? And this is for people that are just, how do you think, daycare, private school, activities, travel, if it's lifestyle inflation, private school. So do we want to do private school or public school? Is that a financially smart or emotional decision?
For me, I would love a private school, right?
Why?
Because I believe they offer more focused service to the kids than the public. And I don't know about here, but me growing back home, like from where I came from, Nigeria, I discovered that private schools were good. It's for me, that's why I attended. So then it all still comes back to finances too, right? It comes back to finances. The private schools are expensive over here. If you've not saved for it, then that's going to be a challenge. And the Bible, I'm a Christian, the Bible says count your cost. Any perspective in life, you have to count your cost first. You might have something to start, but can you continue? A lot of people start things, but things comes up, then they can't continue because every other person, maybe your other friends or something that didn't, but they might have the financial capacity to do it. You don't. Then maybe the little you save, you start it. Then when things start getting hard, then it's not a challenge. You pull your kids off the school. So yes, if you have the financial capacity, start it, do it.
Okay.
But if not, the public school, it's okay.
All right. So tap out let's make sure we're tapping out the live, share out the live, give the people in the, get the gift gallery, tap out the live, give the people in the panel as well. If you can, that would be absolutely amazing. But we'll soon be. Go ahead, Empo.
My take about schools, now education, the way you know it right now, sitting in a classroom, listening, I think that was designed in the beginning of the industrial age, to create workers. So then what is, right now, if you want to learn, you can just Google or ChatGPT it, and you have information that has taken people so long to acquire, in your fingertips. So what is the essence of school? They say that, your net worth, your network is your net worth. If you look at the elite people, they take their kids to elite schools, not because they'll pass or they'll be taught, or yes, maybe there are parks and all that. But I believe the greatest thing with school is association. The people who you're in school with will end up being ministers or what, people of influence elsewhere. And then you've created a network that you can always leverage on. So it's in your best interest to create the best network that you can. And these are found where, the elite probably take their kids, which is in private schools. Yeah, so if you cannot afford the private schools, then find an avenue where your kids will interact with, will form those networks at a young age with those people. So if it's in social clubs, social networks, anywhere where they'll rub shoulders with people, and they can always leverage those networks much in future. We used to play here, we used to do this thing here, that's how business is done in private clubs, all these social clubs and all that. So that's, for me, that's the essence of school. The other is it's all about education. You can even teach your child. Your child is better placed with you teaching them things. Like you, doctor, you're teaching your kids to invest and all that. Things that even if probably you took them to a private school, they would not be taught.
So I like the, it's perspective. I like that. One thing I want to say though, with private and public, especially in the United States, is a bit different from, maybe in Africa, in some other countries, right? In the United States, one thing I've noticed is whenever it's about the community where you live in. So if you want to, and this is a trick or a tip for you, if you can be as good or get the best of the quality of school, which might even be better than private, right? By living in an A neighborhood, because the schools are linked to the neighborhood, right? Because it's a function of the taxes. So if you are in a community, yeah, if you're in a community where you have $1 million homes, $500,000 homes, right? The chances of that particular neighborhood, you have the best in class. The best in class that, in short, at times the private schools cannot even compete. So you can as well use that same money, instead of using it to pay for private school only, you can use it to invest in a property, which is your own property that you're living, your primary residence, right? If you have that kind of money, right? Just put it in your own primary residence. And of course, you're going to be going to the best of the schools, right? For free, because it's not really free. I always say it's not free because you are paying every property taxes to fund those schools. So one thing I cannot, corroborate in my head is when I see somebody that lives in the A neighborhood, like the best of the best neighborhood, has the best of the best schools, but then they're still sending their kids to private school. If you have the money, right, you have hundreds of millions of dollars, absolutely do it, right? But at times it doesn't make sense. You're struggling to pay for that private school, but then you stay in this neighborhood that gives you the best of them. The other thing that I also wanted to say is, what was the other thing I was going to say? Yeah, and just save that money for investment. Good point. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, absolutely. Right. Because in the United States, it's totally different. Your taxes fund those schools. So if your taxes, if you're paying tax of $12,000, $15,000 a year, that's already the school. That's already the tuition, right? But then, the other thing I wanted to add is some people send their kids to private school. I have a friend that sent the kids to private school, the two of them to private school. Each of the kids for every single year they pay, or every term they pay about $25,000 in one is in middle school, both of them in middle school, 25,000, that's about 50,000 a term or something. The only reason why they send the kids to that school is because of networking, right? Because every other kid that is there, their parents are able to, they just want to network with other people. That's why some people go to Harvard, right? That's why some people go to Yale, right? Just so they can meet with kids of high net worth individual, right? So those are really some of the things. So, but other than that, I don't know. Yeah, but okay. But we'll soon be, let me just wrap it up tonight, except you guys still want to talk about it, right? Because we've already been here almost 2 hours now. So just
I
to,
still have some questions. I
okay,
apologize.
MCOP, go ahead.
I'm known to ask so many questions. Wherever I go, they know me.
Yeah, but we will keep it short so that we can respect every other person and give them the opportunity to say something.
Question. So, how do you set up these rocks and all these benefits for the child? Do you set it as a trust, or do you set it up in the child's name?
They're two different things, right? There's the part of you setting up your account. Once you set up the account, that is smart invested. That is, if you want to know how to open your Roth and do all of that, if you go on the link in my bio, it would tell you everything that you needed on that, on how to set that up. And that's it right
I
here.
just opened up a restaurant in Houston.
That is, and for anybody, for the Wealth Building Academy, since we are ready, because I'll show it once. So the one that Dr. Fatima is going to be coming back to teach, right? June the 6th. It's right here. You see nestu.me/Money Talk with Dr. Lina right there. Click on it. That's my bio. And then it's going to try to keep you right here. Click on open anyway. So you see this one, the Wealth Building Academy, that is where what's it called? The free training with Dr. Fatima, Dr. O, who is the AI cybersecurity, the Chief Information Security Officer, also an AI cybersecurity expert. Then Dr. O, who is a clinical therapist, will be there. So that's it. It's a free training, but registration is required. That's the first one. Then MCOP, you want to know how to open your Roth IRA, everything about that, you would find that right here. That's the smart investing. Now, when it comes to trust and all of that, you are going to set that separately because they're two different things. You're setting up a living trust, right? It's more like, okay, you're saying that this is now your transfer. You have set up this. You set up real estate. You set up every of your asset, and you now say that I am handing it over to somebody to manage it. It is now owned by my trust, right? So that's and it's set up separately. Does that answer your question?
So when you're setting up the Roth, it's in the child's trust, not in the child's name.
I mean, you set it up in your child's name first, and then you can transfer to the trust after. Right? That's why I said they're two different things.
Okay, it would be interesting to know, to compare and contrast.
Contrast what?
The trust, just opening as a trust from the word go, and opening in their name and transferring. We have all these trust babies, they talk about the rich having trust kids.
Yeah, typically what they do is, you can do it that ideally, right? Because it's just like you buy real estate. You can say, okay, you're buying it in the trust name and all of that. But then for me, what is much cleaner is, okay, you have everything in the name, then you transfer it after everything. Because when you're doing the living trust, you're just going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things, because it's going to ask you all of the different assets you have, then you transfer it to them. Right? Because in that, what you're saying is that you want to be doing the one after the other. So, well, I'm interested in knowing. Let me know if you find out which one is better.
Thank
Okay.
you so much for the amazing work you do.
Oh, absolutely.
You open up the minds of our community.
Absolutely.
We never knew, now we are able to ask questions about. Thank you.
You're
Dr.
welcome.
Lina.
Can I just add
Yes.
one
Okay.
thing?
Yes.
Um,
Who wants to go? Okay. Dinka baby. Babe.
yeah. Like we're just talking about like a private school and communities and all that kind of thing. I know I was born in Africa. You know, private school was the thing because private school you get more like better teachers and all that kind of thing. But abroad, U.S., Canada, in Europe,